Hey there, Sage Math students, and welcome to Homework 2.13. This is a preview homework because it's the first time we're doing it. It is due not tomorrow, but Monday. All right, so you're going to first use KCC to change every subtraction problem to an addition problem, and then label the type of addition problem you have. So, on number 1, we KCC. Yes, I want you to write that. So, keep, change, change. Now, this is just 15 plus positive 2. So, what's that? It's SSAK. So you write 15 plus 2, you show your addition, you say, all right, that's 17. Boom, I'm done. Number 3, KCC. Keep it, change it, change it. The 10 becomes a negative 10. So I now have negative 12 plus negative 10. SSAK. Same signs, so I add them and keep the sign. So 12 plus 10, 22, but I keep my negative sign because it's SSAK. Right? Number 5, KCC. Keep, change, change. So now I have negative 5 plus a positive 8. So I have different signs. Subtract, keep the sign that you have more of. So DSSM, so I'll do 8 minus 5, which is 3. But I have more positives, so it's positive, circled the wrong one. It's positive 3, not negative 3. All right. If I were you right now, I would stop and make sure that I write KCC and show work just like I have for 2, 4, and 6. Number 7, keep, change, change. Keep it plus a negative, right? So now I have 10 plus negative 11. That's different signs, subtract more. Different signs, subtract them, keep the sign that we have more of. 11 minus 10 is 1. But I have more negatives, so it's negative 1. So A is my answer. Number 9, keep it, change, change. Keep, change, change. That's just 13 plus 5. 13 plus 5 gives you 18. That was an SSAK because they're both positive. So C. All right, on number 11, the only things you change are signs in between numbers. So you always start here. You start keep, change, change. And then if we need to again, we'll say keep, change, change. But let's see how this works out. So keep, change, change. Then we have a plus sign, and then this means that this is a negative sign. We do not touch this at all. We leave that alone. So let's write this out. Negative 4 plus 3 plus negative 4. I know that's kind of tricky. Maybe rewind and rewatch. So now we have negative 4 and negative 4. So I would rewrite negative 4 plus negative 4 plus 3, which gives me negative 8 plus 3, so that's a DSSM, different signs subtract, and that gives you negative 5, so D. Just think about it. If you start at negative 4, you move 3 right, and then move back negative 4 on a number line, you should end up at negative 5, right? Start at negative 4, move 3 right, you'd be at negative 1, move back negative 4, you'd be at negative 5. So here we go. We have negative 8. Keep it, change, change. So keep, change, change, and then obviously we leave that alone. We don't ever, ever, ever do anything with a number with a plus sign. We don't put a negative on our own. We don't do anything with it. We always just leave it alone. All right, because there's such thing as saying, hey, subtraction is the same as adding the opposite, but adding is not the same thing as adding the opposite, right? So we have 8 plus 1 plus 3. That's what that turned out to be. Sorry, not 8, but negative 8, my fault. Negative 8 plus 1 plus 3. This is negative 8 plus 4. That's DSSM. Different sign subtract. That's negative 4 because we had more negatives. C. Right? On 12, it's keep it, change it, change it. Keep, change, change. Leave it alone. 14. Keep it, change, change. Keep, change, change. Leave this alone. Again, plus and then negative, you leave it alone. If there's a plus sign, that number is locked in exactly as a negative or exactly as a positive. Right? Let's go on to the back. Right? Again, we're just going to practice labeling. Keep, change, change. Plus a negative. So that's, I'm not telling you to label the type, but maybe you probably should. So that's DSSM. That means 14 minus 2. That's 12, but I have more negatives, so that's negative 12. On 17, look, there's no subtraction. So this is just a straight up DSSM. Do not do any KCC. The only time we do KCC is with subtraction. Write that, only KCC with subtraction. So only if you see a subtraction sign do you use KCC. So here would be just different signs subtract 8 minus 7, which is 1, and we have more positive, so it's C. So look at 16. Would I use KCC? No KCC, because it's an addition sign. This is just DSSM. Would I use KCC? No KCC, because it's an addition problem. It's just the same signs, add, keep. Right? Number 19. Do I use KCC? No KCC. Right? It's DSSM. Different sign subtract. 11 minus 1 is 10, because I have more positives. On 20, do I use KCC? Yes, I got a subtraction sign, so KCC. Keep, change, change. I'll let you tell me what type that is and solve it. 21, keep, change, change, because there's a subtraction sign, so keep it, change it, change it. Don't just do a minus sign to addition sign. That's just KC. It's keep, change, change. It's not just keep, change, right? So don't get in the habit of just saying, oh, I see a minus sign, so I'll just change it to a plus sign, I'm done. No, keep, change, and change. So this is SSAK. Since they're same signs, I add and keep them. So 15 plus 6 is 21. Keep the sign of negative, negative 21. 23, keep, change, change. Keep, change, and change. SSAK. So that's 11 plus 3, which is obviously 14. Keep the negative sign of negative 14. A. All right. On the back side, I want you to use your rational number sense to go ahead and order these numbers in increase in order. So what does that mean? From least to greatest for all of these, right? Least to greatest. So you want your reference sheet out so it can help you. And basically what you want to do is change them all to fractions or change all the fractions to decimals. I like changing fractions to decimals and then ordering them that way. So for negative 4/9, I'd say 4/9 is really 8, 1. It's really negative. This is negative 2 1/4, which is really equal to negative 2.25. And then 4/9 is equal to 0.4444. So now we can order them from least to greatest. The most negative number I have here is negative 3.1. The next most negative number I have here is negative 2.25 or negative 9/4. After that, I have 0.9 versus 0.44. Well, here's 0.9, and then I put in zeros. Which one's bigger? Well, 0.009 is bigger, so I'll just go ahead and say, okay, so it's 4/9, then 0.9, and then 3.2, right? Let's do one more together. So 2 and negative 5. So 2 goes into 5 2 times. That's 4 with 1 left over, so this is really negative 2 1/2, which is negative 2.5. And then this 4/7. I haven't taught you the sevenths, but you could divide 7 into 4. Doesn't work. 0.0, sorry. 7 into 40 goes in there 5 times. That's 35. 5 left over. 7 goes into 50. We can call that 7 times. That's 49. 1 left over. 7 goes into 10. 1 time, and we can stop there. So this one is about 0.571. All right, and now we have nothing but decimals. So the most negative on here is negative 5/2, because that's negative 2.5, followed by negative 1.1, followed by, now if I compare 0.1 to 0.571, which one's the smallest one? Obviously 0.1. Then 0.571, which is 4/7, and then 2.2. Right? And you can do this work. You have the skills to do it. You also have the number sense, right? This is going to be about negative 2 and a little bit more. So it's furthest left. Negative 1 and a little bit more. Okay. 0.1. All right. This is obviously greater than 0.1, right? So we can say, okay, and it's obviously less than 2.2. So you could still put these in order without even showing work if you had to. But I'd like you to try and show work on this one. All right? Please call me if you have questions. You have the weekend. There's no excuse. Pick up the phone and call me. Good luck.